Yvette and I'll be doing this tour. So we're doing the phosphate and mine tour. Sorry, the fossil and mine tour. There's some housekeeping rules. We're not allowed to have any food or drinks in the caves because it attracts animals. Water's fine, except for water. Yeah, we're not allowed to touch anything in the caves, please. So please don't touch anything in the caves. Don't lean against anything because it does destroy the cave, okay? If you have any regular medications that you need to take on a regular basis or you'll need it during this tour, please make sure you've got it on you. Just for your safety, can you please just stick to the pathways and listen to my instructions? You will have to wear a hard hat like me. It's just a precaution because it is a working mine, or it has been a working mine in the past. Photographs are fine, flash is fine, but just be mindful of people around you when you are actually taking your photos, and make sure that no one's in your way and that you're looking at people. Okay, so we're going to walk through now. So if you'd just like to come through this way.
Looks like you can't take shortcuts. Jump the big fence.
So if you just start making your way up to that signpost, and I'll come up and meet you.
Oh, da. Looking forward to this one. Leave it.
Of some sort that attacks the limestone to produce the carbon dioxide.
Possibly, yes.
What is down there?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. We're not sure what causes the carbon dioxide, and we're not sure why it's in some of the caves.
So what's in this cave we're looking at now?
Fossils and phosphate.
And the other one's selenite, isn't it?
Sorry?
The other cave's selenite, isn't it?
The other cave is actually stalactites and stalagmites.
Yeah, selenites,
and
whatever you want to call them.
Exactly, yes.
That's one seen one down WA one time.
Oh, okay.
National Park area.
Very good. Yeah, all caves are pretty much
I was pretty
different.
amazed how they lit it all up. You know,
Yes, they are amazing.
Over the water.
Yeah, they're lovely. Might just have to wait for these people to catch up. That's okay. A bit of an uphill walk.
What's this hole here for?
It's actually an excavation tunnel, so when they're looking for caves and when they've done some cave work.
Put more research back.
Yeah. Behind me here is one of our a model of our megafauna, and this is what we call megalania. Now, megalania is a lizard goanna-like animal. This model is pretty much how big he would have been, and he existed up until about 40,000 years ago, and then they became extinct. Now, megafauna, as this megalania is, means very large animals. Okay. These guys actually lived in this area, and we do know that they actually cohabited in this area or lived with our first Aboriginal peoples. So the closest relative to megalania today would be the Komodo dragon in Indonesia. Okay. At the same time that we had our megafauna, or the very, very large animals, we also had the animals that we have today. So they lived together. So we had our very large goannas, and we also had our very small goannas that we have today. The wombats, as you would have seen in the car park, Dippy, who is the Diprotodon, was a megafauna, but the normal sized wombats also lived at the same time. We're going to head through through the caves. Now, what you need to remember about this mine is, yes, it was a working mine at one stage, but before it was a mine, it was a series of caves that have been excavated and they've been interconnected. So originally it was a cave, and then further in time it became used as a mine to mine out phosphate. A little bit of history on this area. If we go back about 450 million years ago, we believe this whole area was a big sea. It was all underwater. When those waters receded or went down, what was left was the fossilized marine life, the shells, and all of that sort of thing. So our shells and our bones from the marine life, they're calcium, and a combination of calcium and carbon formed our limestone rocks. So limestone is calcium carbonate. Are you right?
Yeah, I'm just watching those two kangaroos.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hello. My roos are here, are they? Oh, my God. Sorry. I'm locking them out. I'm so used to them.
Yeah,
so,
no, good. They just caught my eye.
They're our locals. They're actually, we've got quite a few of them because it's a reserve. And as you can see, she's got a joey on the ground, but she's already got a joey in a pocket as well, in a pouch.
Yeah.
I was trying to point it out.
Yeah, there's a few of them there.
Look at, hello.
Look, he's waving to you.
Hello. Yeah, they're waving. See? Oh, he's scratching and waving. Hey, mate. I've been told we've got a few goats running around the reserve at the moment, so they've scared the kangaroos down here. They normally stay up at the Wellington Cave, but I think the goats have been a little bit aggressive, so these guys have come down for some protection. Can I get on with my tour now? Is that all right? Okay. So, what happened was we're left with these really large limestone rocks, okay? And when I say large, I mean the size of a cave. Huge limestone rocks. Then we have our tableland waters. So these waters actually rose up and they dissolved the limestone. And when they dissolved that limestone, what we were left with is our caves, okay? Now limestone in its original colour is pure white. What you can see here, these are all limestone, but that grey colouring has picked up some of the environmental pieces and things. Limestone is quite volatile. So what happens is on some of this limestone, you'll see there's ridges and lines. That's rainwater. That's the effect of rainwater. So what happens is when our rainwater comes down, it'll pick up debris and dead matter and animals, and it will acidify. It'll become a very, very light acid. And it only takes that little bit of acidity to cause those lines and ridges in our limestone. Okay? If you want to try and experiment at home, if you get a piece of limestone, and not from our reserve because we don't allow anyone to take anything out, as you would know. But if you get a bit of limestone, put it into a container at home, and you only need a very, very light acid like vinegar. Pop it on there. You'll find it'll dissolve that limestone over a little bit of time, and what you'll be left with is limestone crystals. So that's just a little bit of a background of how our caves were made. Okay? So we have Megalania out here, we have Diprotodon out there, and we're going to check out some more megafauna as we go through our bone cave, which is the first part of the mine tour. Let's go through.
Chickens. One side the other side. Is this all wheelchair friendly, is it?
Yes.
In the cave too, is it?
Yes, it's all a flat pathway.
Good idea, I mean.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
But there's only one cave that's not wheelchair friendly.
This is the only one that is.
steps.
The other two have got, both of them have got steps, unfortunately. We can't really do much about that because that's the natural formation of the cave. So with this one, it was interrupted by man, I guess, to be made into a mine, and that's why we have the flatness. So if I can get you all to walk through and just wait for me, just where that little witch's hat is, I'm just going to lock up and come through.
Air conditioned now.
That's what I said, I'm going to get cold in here.
Yeah, just
Good.
hang there for me and I'll be in a second.
Going to turn the lights on for you.
Yeah, actually I'm going to lock the room out.
We're all going to get locked in.
Don't want them coming in because they might do quite a bit of damage in here when they get a bit anxious and panicked. Yes, absolutely. So we don't want to hurt them and we don't want to hurt our caves. Now, for the taller people, please be mindful that we do have some low ceilings, and because you're wearing a hard hat, you're actually a little bit taller than what you normally would be. So just be mindful of that. All right. Right, we're going to walk through. We're actually coming through the exit of the mine rather than the entrance because we are doing some restoration construction work at the entrance and we can't go through there at the moment. So we might be going backwards and forwards in time while I'm speaking, but if there's any questions, please ask. We're going to walk through now our tunnel, our mine tunnel. You'll see that it's what you expect in a mine. There are some wire on the top there, and there's some pins in the wall, and that's what you would expect in a mine. So let's walk through.
You're doing video.
No.
Just stick the photos.
Okay, so you can see some woodwork here, some scaffolding, and a lot of this is original woodwork from the mines, but some of it is also some of the restoration work that was done in 1995 to allow us to have tours through here. So some of this woodwork is original, but some of it is newer stuff that was put in 1995 to make it safe. We are going to walk through a tunnel that it looks like a wine barrel, or we call it our wine barrel tunnel. That was put there during the restoration to stop the elements coming in and little rocks falling through and just make it nice and safe for us to walk through. So, no, all good when you're taking your photo? Fantastic. Let's go through.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
We're going downhill.
A little bit, not too far down.
So what were they originally getting out of here?
Phosphate.
Oh, right. Watch out for anaconda. That's
Okay.
funny, eh?
We'll just wait for the rest of our group to join us.
When was the last time they found anything here?
Last time, what, sorry?
They found like gold or anything here?
Sorry?
Like gold or anything. When's the last time they found anything?
I don't know.
Why?
Sorry. I'm not sure.
Did they find gold here though?
Gold? No. There's no gold in this mine at all. No. Okay. We've got everybody? Lovely. Yeah. Okay, this is what we call our bone cave or our bone room. And it's got its name because if you look up on the ceiling there, there's lots and lots of bones and fossils. If you look down here also, you will see lots and lots of bones and fossils. Okay? Lots of bones up here as well. Can you see them all?
Yeah.
Okay. So everywhere you look in this room, there are lots of bones, lots of fossilised bones, lots and bits of pieces. This red coloured clay that we have here, this is not part of the cave, okay? What we believe happened is that there was some sort of catastrophic flooding, some huge flood or huge floods, a series of floods, that washed through the animals and took them in, brought them in here. Of course, they died, and this is where their bones are buried. So they would have been maybe out at the river or out under a tree, and a huge flood came through and they all got washed in here. So this is very different to our Cathedral Cave, where the bones are, the animals were actually in the cave and possibly died in there. These guys were actually washed into here. And all of this red clay or dirt does not belong to the cave, because we know our caves are all limestone. So this has come from outside the cave and into here. My friend here, her name is Willambi. And Willambi is a very big python. Okay, and she is pretty much to scale. You can see her tail comes around this way, and there's her head there. Yeah, she's quite large, yes. I do believe that we do have pythons that are still that large in Africa, but we don't have them in Australia, and I'm very thankful that we don't. Willambi, we believe, is probably the rainbow serpent of the Aboriginal dream time, and it makes sense. So are the other animals that are mentioned in the dream time. So we had lots of different megafauna, very big animals living at this time. There's a chart behind you there, sir, and it'll show you all the different megafauna that we had that have been extinct, that became extinct about 50 to 20,000 years ago. Okay, so the little drawing of the dingo there, that just shows you how big today's dingo is compared to these very, very big megafauna. And you can see that those kangaroos, the wombats, they were huge compared to what our animals are today. Okay. I'm going to walk through a little bit, and we're just going to stop over here. So we might need to bunch up a bit so you can all see.
Ooh. Take the best for what?
So I'll just need to bunch up so everyone can have a look, but we will be coming back through this way, so you'll get a very good look on the way back as well. And what we have here is the skeleton of Diprotodon. It's not a real skeleton, it's a model or a cast. And this has been donated to us by the Australian Museum after they conducted their Lost Kingdoms tour. The reason we don't have a complete skeleton in here is because we haven't found a complete skeleton, although they have been found elsewhere. As I said, the bones that came in here were washed in. Most of them were broken up. Now, what's really unique about Diprotodon? Diprotodon we call the gentle giant. It was part of the wombat family, and it had this very, very large skull. You would think that this very large skull would be very strong, but it wasn't. They could not headbutt each other. If they were to headbutt each other, they would crush their skulls. So that was quite fragile when you thought about it. So these guys are herbivores, so they only ate plants, but they were the size of a very, very large four-wheel drive and weighed anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 tons. So 2,500 to 3,000 tons.
No.
Yes. 3,000 tons, yeah. So they were huge. You wouldn't want them to step on you.
Wouldn't want them in your back garden.
Sorry?
Wouldn't want them in your back garden.
Also 3,000 kilograms, tons, 3 tons. 2.5 to 3 tons.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking, oh my
I
God.
was going to say.
I'm having a very, very bad day today. I just took 2 Panadols because I had this whopping headache. We've got this, this deep fryer has an overhead, what's it that takes out the steam, and it's been going off all day and it just gave me a headache. Sorry, for between 2.5 and 3 tons.
So watch out for the mine truck.
You are right. Yes, I'm glad you corrected me. I do stand corrected. I'm so sorry.
I was wondering why he was there going.
Yeah, 3,500 to 3.5 kilograms.
And that one in Coonabarabran Visitor Centre.
Yes.
Is that a real one or is that a cast?
I don't know.
I think it's real.
It may well be. I haven't actually been there.
Haven't you? It's worth
No,
seeing.
no. I've been to Coonab a lot, but I have never been to the.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a look and I'll have to look it up. I do apologise. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to our next section, which is over here.
Okay, we're going all over the place. You put that one there too?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just wait for everyone to come in and we'll bunch up a little bit more again. I do apologise. We want to move forward so everyone can see. And what we have here is a cast of Thylacines. Again, it is a cast. This is a small skeleton. Sometimes they were larger. But this Thylacines is an animal that, whilst it looked like a tiger or a leopard, it looked like a cat. It was actually also related to the wombat family, and it was a marsupial. What is really interesting about Thylacines is that it had a very, very strong jaw and a very unique head. So that jaw was so strong, we don't have an animal today that has the strength of the jaw of the Thylacines. So whilst the Thylacines looked like a cat and behaved like a cat in some ways, it was part of the wombat family. However, Thylacines had scientists very confused for a very long time. Half the fraternity believed that Thylacines was a herbivore, that it ate melons. It was a herbivore like the wombats. So that big, strong jaw with those very big teeth were used to crush melons, like watermelons and
crushed those really, really big melons. The other half of the science community said no, Thylacines is a carnivore. It's a meat eater. And that big jaw is used to tear animals. So for a very long time, there was a lot of debate. In 1977, the University of New South Wales, students and scientists actually made a model of the head, and it was a working model. They tried it out with the melons. They tried it out with animals. And they found that it was not a melon muncher. It was definitely a ripping jaw. Yeah. And Thylacines is actually a carnivore that eats meat. Yeah. Yeah. Interestingly enough, its favourite prey is a diprotodon, which it's related to. So a little bit of cannibalism there, I guess. Yeah. Now, Thylacines had very large retractable claws. She would climb up into the trees, sit in the tree, and when her prey came along, she would jump on its back, stick her claws into its spine and mobilise it so it couldn't move, and then tear it and eat it. Vicious. Nice. Very, very vicious.
Nice.
Yeah. Not so nice. Yeah. Anyway, we know that Thylacines was first discovered here in Wellington. And it was one of the largest mammalian animals that we have. Now, Australia was very well known for its fossils and its bones, and scientists all over the world would come to Australia to study our bones and fossils. In 1938, we had a couple of German scientists in Australia who were actually studying all across Australia, Western Australia, and gathering bones and things to take back to Germany to study. They had heard about the Wellington Caves, so they commissioned 2 young boys who were the sons of the caretaker to gather some bones for them to take back to Munich to study. In 1939, they got word from Germany that there was some unrest in the world, that the war was going to break out, and that they needed to come back quickly. So they asked the 2 boys, the young men that were doing this job, to bag up what they had and to meet them in Melbourne to take the bones back to Munich so they could study it. Unfortunately, the boys had a very not so bright idea, and they hadn't gathered as many bones as they thought they could. So they built a shaft, and they were going to use gelignite to get some more bones. So what they did was they set off the gelignite. One of the brothers was still up the top, the other brother was down the bottom. The top brother got thrown out of the shaft. He was injured. He was okay. But the bones got a little bit, well, quite a bit crushed. Anyway, they bagged up the bones, and then they were going to head off to the wharf in Melbourne. We're going to go past a little section here. We're not allowed to stand there because there has been some work and there's been some rocks just a little bit unstable there. But if you look to your left-hand side as you're going through, you'll see in the wall there is a marking. It's a circle. That's where the gelignite was put in. So let's just go and have a quick look through here, and I'll continue the story a little bit further down. So it's just there, but we won't stop. So just have a quick look at that and make your way through. Okay, I'm going to ask you to bunch up again over here so you can hear my voice. And you'll hear my voice quite a bit today. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, our bones make their way down to the wharf in Melbourne. And our scientists also make their way down in the wharf in Melbourne to make their way back to Germany. Unfortunately, in Melbourne, the 2 scientists are stopped at the wharf and they're accused of being German spies. Absolutely, yes. Of course, the scientific community was up in arms. No, they know these men are not spies. A lot of toing and froing. And anyway, in the end, long story short, a family in Melbourne offered to billet the scientists for the duration of the war, no matter how long that was. So they stayed with this family. The lovely thing that happened, though, was that Cupid got involved, and the young daughter of one of those families fell in love with one of the scientists, and they ended up going back to Germany and getting married and living, hopefully, happily ever after. Don't know what happened to them after that, but that's what we've been told. Where are our bones? Okay, our bones got on the ship. They went back to Germany. They went to the museum in Munich. And as we all know, Germany was bombed several times, and so were our bones. We know that very little of those bones were left, but we do know that the scientists had done some work on them, so something must have been left, but it wasn't a very good situation in the end.
A lot of work for nothing, eh?
Absolutely, yes. So now we're going to walk through, and I'm going to tell you about our phosphate mine. As we're walking through, if you just look at these lines here, and I do ask you please not to lean or touch on them, but they're pick lines, and they are the lines that were made by the miners with their picks. Okay, so we're going to go through to the mine now.
I thought you must have done it for safety.
No.
Looks pretty good.
So the wall don't collapse. Could be anywhere near it. Oh. Ba da da da. You're quick. I'm trying to enjoy the view.
Oh, you've got plenty of time. You'll be seeing it as you're going back as well.
Okay.
I just want to fit in as much as I can in the very little time that we have together.
This shaft's not that deep, is it? No.
So I'll wait for everyone to come through. Now, I'm going to take you back in time now, and we're going to head back to 1913. Does anyone know what phosphate is used for?
Agriculture.
Agriculture, fertiliser, and sometimes explosives, and also in industry. Australia is a very large agricultural country, as we all know, and we rely on fertiliser for our well-being or our...
Sure do.
Yeah, absolutely. So back in 1913 and also today, does anyone know what phosphate's made of?
Minerals.
Calcium phosphate.
What is phosphate made of?
Minerals,
What is phosphate? Where does it come from?
From bats and animals.
Yeah, absolutely. Bird droppings or bat droppings. So bat poo or bird poo on the islands. So in 1913, we were getting most of our phosphate from Nauru, what we call Nauru.
Poor old Nauru.
Yes. 1914, we have what? The First World War. So Australia was aware that we were going to war with Germany. Nauru was a colony of Germany at that time, or colonised by Germany under Germany at that time. So we had a problem, and that problem is that our fertiliser supplies would be halted. People knew, or there was word, that there is phosphate in the caves at Wellington. So a group of men got together, a group of people got together and decided they were going to mine out the phosphate in these caves. What they did was they came down through here, which is the opening, the original and natural opening of this cave. We now call this our Grand Canyon. So they scaffolded down with ropes, and they came down here and they said, yep, we're going to start mining this. So originally what they would do is scaffold down here, come in, use some explosives or their picks, fill up their bags, and then climb back up again. Very hard work. So the next step, they thought, how do we make this easier? And this is what they used. Any ideas? If you look over here, down the bottom, and then look over the corner and look up, but hold on to your hard hats. Does anyone have any idea what it is?
Good.
It's a counterweight system, okay? So with the counterweight system, they drop buckets, fill the buckets up, and then the people at the top would pull the buckets out. That was a lot faster, but still not good enough. So the next step would be using skips and the railway lines. Okay, let's come and have a look at one of the original railway lines over here.
Oh, move. Oops.
So here we have a set of the original railway lines that we used with the skips. How cute. Yeah. And this is a dead end, but we believe this dugout would have been used for safety in case of fallout or when they were planting explosives. As I said, this is the natural opening to the cave. Remember, this was a cave before it was ever a mine. And we still have our swallows with their nests up here. You would have just heard them come through a little bit earlier. They're about to start nesting. It is a bit early, but they are doing that. And unfortunately, we've had other animals fall down here by accident.
How about flooding?
Sorry?
Flooding.
Right. Flooding?
Yeah.
No, we don't. No flooding, actually. Surprisingly, no. No. We've had some animals fall down here, Some have survived, some have not survived. It is a ruse, yes. Joeys, yeah, just misjudging things and just slipping down. So there is another dugout just behind you there, which is it's actually a dead end as well, but it just shows you the work that some of the work they've done. So we had our people come down here and decide that they wanted to mine out the phosphate. So they started to employ people and they started to work. Mining is a very, very expensive operation, and they soon found that they spent a lot of money. Unfortunately, when they got down here, they realised that there really wasn't as much phosphate as they thought there would be. In fact, there was hardly anything. At this time, the government was giving out incentives for companies that were working towards the war effort. If you could employ 300 people or more, the government would subsidise your wages. We know that this company was only able to employ 30 people. So far from it, yeah. We're going to walk up a little bit further and we're going to have a look at something else, and I'll continue my story up here.
Can't do anything really, can you? So do we come back in here or what?
They've spent a lot of money to start mining out phosphate. They've realised that there isn't that much phosphate here. They need to recoup some of this money back. They're obviously not going to get any money from the government because they're only employing 30 people. What are they going to do? They're going to look for investors, and that's exactly what they did. They floated the company on the stock market and sought out investors. Yeah. So I'm going to turn the lights off for a few minutes just to show you. Okay, sorry, the phosphate lights will come on. So, what you can see in the rock there, that purple colour, that is phosphate, and behind you as well. You can see there that in this cave there isn't much of it. Phosphate is purple under fluorescent light, and the deeper the colour of the purple, the darker the purple, the better the quality. Obviously, there's not much here, and I can assure you that there is no more phosphate throughout this cave. So, the whole area that we've walked through, there is no phosphate. This is the only place that they found phosphate.
Is it worth more than gold or less than gold?
There's no gold.
But is it worth more?
Worth more.
Worth more than phosphate? No,
It's
no,
not,
it was
it's
very worthless actually.
What is it?
Yeah, it was quite worthless. What we believe happened is they brought the investors into this part of the cave and said, look at our lovely phosphate. So this white stuff here that you can see, this is where the phosphate would be. This is crystal from the limestone. It's not, that's not phosphate at all. This is the only phosphate. And you will see throughout that cave that we walked through, there wasn't any of that phosphate anywhere. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories thrown around. I don't like to believe that that's what's happened. I'd like to believe that they came down here and they went, oh dear, it's not what we thought, but we've spent too much money, we've got to get it back. Why do we believe that it was a useless operation? Few things. As I said, they only employed 30 people. And most of those people were young sons of wealthy families in Sydney.
Who had invested
And had sent their sons to work here to do their part for the war effort without having to go to Gallipoli or the Western Front. They may have already lost a child overseas and wanted to keep the rest of the children safe. Also, we know that during the period between 1914 and 1918, the mine operated. It closed in 1918, as soon as the war was over. During that 4-year period, they mined out of here 6,000 tonnes of phosphate. Now, 4 years, 6,000 tonnes. What we think is that wasn't all phosphate. There would have been crystal in there. There would have been bones crushed in there. It wasn't pure phosphate. To give you an idea, we import monthly 20,000 tonnes. So 6,000 tonnes over a 4-year period is really, really quite nothing. Yeah. Anyway, so whether it's a conspiracy, whether it was a mistake, it is what it is. Now I'm just going to diverse a bit and just have a look over here for me. These are the tree roots of the Caradjon tree. Here. The Caradjon tree is native to this area, and there's some more tree roots over here. And this shows us why during storms, especially very long and heavy windstorms, our Caradjon trees are very, very stable because their roots come right through the ground to seek out water, and they have very good stability. I don't think I've ever seen a Caradjon tree fall down. It may lose limbs, but you can see why it's really stationed really well. Okay, back to our story.
Right.
Yes.
Is this a fossil or a calcium
I think it's
nodule?
I think it's calcium. I don't think it's it could be either. I couldn't tell you because of all the interference that's happened in this cave. This is a sad thing. We don't know what interference has happened during the mine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no, it looks as if it might be the centre of a crystal
That's broken away. Yes,
Yeah.
you could be very, very right there because it is pure white. Yes, and
Yeah.
it could be the limestone. Yes. Okay, so when a mine closes down by law and when it's decommissioned, we have to backfill. The government requires the company to backfill the way it was. Okay. So what happened was everything was sold out of this mine to try and recoup their losses. But I'm going to show you a few things as we go through. So let's start heading back, and I'm just going to show you a few other little things. Okay, just going to come back through this way.
That's the best one.
I'm sure you would have noted that they actually mined this cave on several levels, and you can see the scaffolding there where they would have climbed up and started using their picks up on this other level up here. But we're going to go back down the way we came.
So what's off the left? Way up. Okay.
Now we're going to head down this channel here.
Make sure the next one follows you. Or we'll all get lost. I'll make sure they follow you. I'll make sure they see me. Well enough. That's funny. Power. Telecom. Where is it?
Okay, we've got it. So what you can see on the ground here as we go through, these are the original tracks that were used in the mine, but they've laid the path over it so we can walk over it. And then I'm going to ask you to go through and have a look at the little skip. It's very narrow, so I won't come through with you, but you guys have a look at the skip that's in there and then come back to me and I'll just tell you a little bit about it. A bit of a small area in there.
Is it?
Cart. They use ponies or donkeys to pull the cart. See it?
Yep.
No.
Get over there. I can see.
See the cart?
Oh, no, I've seen. You sure?
You can't get any further.
Thank you. You can go through. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Have a quick look. Ah, yes.
Coming through.
Mine skip.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
So, what you see is an original skip. It is not an original skip from this particular mine. because, as I said, the company sold everything at the time. That skip has been donated to us by another mine in South Australia, but it is the identical skip used in the same period. I think I've lost someone. No worries.
I'm enjoying the view.
Oh, good.
Thank birthday girl.
Yes, it's birthday girl today. So that skip is identical to the one that would have been used here. And these are the original tracks that we have had the pathway lined over. Now, just interestingly enough, just to remind you that this is a cave. If you look up here, you can see some of that beautiful limestone crystallization, which tells us that there is some moisture still coming from the surface to here. And that is what you expect in a limestone cave. It is that beautiful crystal. Again, we have this red earth and clay that is full of bones and fossils that is not part of this cave but has been washed in. Going to start making our way back because we're sort of at that time where we need to start going back, but I will show you some more crystal out here as we go through.
I'm going to try to get a picture of the explosive. I couldn't get the camera quick enough.
Did you do what I think you done?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go forward there. Looking here for me. That's funny, isn't it?
Do it all you want while you're there alone.
Well, unfortunately, due to the mining, we don't know how much of that we lost. It's not valuable in terms of monetary value. It's not worth money.
Enjoy the view. Oh. How much of this has been taken out of the mine, excavated and destroyed. Bones as well. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, we're going to start making our way through. So if you want to take a few pictures on the way, that's good. But we are going to have to start going back because we need to make our way back.
Before that.
And before the next tour. Yeah.
What next to it? Not far beyond.
Well, you need to do some talking. Quick, quick.
Yeah, I can hear.
During the restoration work in 1995, they wanted to expand these areas and move the cave walls a little bit so that they could lay down these foundations and the concrete for us to be able to walk through. To do it with minimising the damage to the cave, with as much less damage that we could possibly do to the cave, what they used was an expanding gel rather than break it or use explosives or anything like that. So the gel would be put onto the wall and it would expand and push the rocks away. So that's some of that remnants there that was left for us to have a look at. And as we walk through, you will see some more across some of the sides of the walls as well. So we will need to start making our way back. So we'll just start doing that, I guess. Yeah. So we'll say goodbye to Wilandi and your bone room. And again, here are those remnants of that hill, which you can clearly see they expanding. Which is left for us to actually see how it was done. Again, more of that scaffolding, which just tells us that the miners actually did some excavating up here as well. And we're going to walk back to our wine garden.
Go a long way to get there.
Got the scaffolding above me. Over into the back of the room.
What did you use to pull the cart?
What did they use?
Pull the cart along.
Oh, they pushed them.
What did you sometimes in English use pulling?
Yes, yes. But I don't think they got to get them down here. I think they just used their sheer force of pushing them. If you just hold on to your hard hat as we're coming through, you will see one of the original openings to come into the cave. It is quite small and it is very, I wouldn't want to come down there, let's put it that way. So that is an original opening into the cave itself.
Whee! Up here. Da-da.
You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Been hard taking photos all over the place.
Oh, that's good. Okay, cool.
Escape from our job.
Lovely, thank you.
That's in the number one tour.
Just be careful on steps.
Yep.
Because you've had none.
So can you explain about this party?
Oh, this is Mitchell Cave is where the megafauna were first found in Australia in 1830.
No problem. That's the one we done earlier. Enjoy it. Really, that looks tiny, that hole, doesn't it?
You go in and out this place? We go in and we come out here, or?
Yeah, we'll come back. Yeah, that would be like a Thai soccer team. We'll come back up the same way. Yeah, we're not doing a loop on this
Hidden
one.
camera. I had to reset this camera again. The gimbal wanted to go its own way.
So you're looking to stop the wildlife from going in?
Oh, and silly people.
Of course.
I wonder who they are.
Only because people don't always look after things the way they should.
Yeah, that's right.
But they send all over the grief, you know.
Just put the phone in your pocket to hold the railings. You look. I thought you did. Let's just see if there's one there. Okay. He took his head off because he knows it's getting hot. Air conditioned. You alright?
I'm not bending my knees, it's just the worst thing.
Oh, you'll love this view.
You leave your hat there.
Yeah.
Well, no good going in wearing it, getting cold.
The railing's getting further away. It sucks.
Sorry.
That's all right. Welcome. You've
God,
arrived.
you laugh at me.
So it's a pretty big cave.
Can we come back here?
We will.
I was going to leave this video camera in there.
Yeah, sure. You might want it.
No, I got this one here. If not worth it, I'll double back. Don't worry
Main
about
thing
it.
is just take it easy on the stairs. Use the handrail.
Nobody will come in here?
No. It should be just us now.
Not when we're lucky last.
Just use the handrail. I need you to be careful.
Who?
You.
Oh, well, I'm useless.
No, we've had staff fall and break a wrist there. You're going to go down a bigger flight of stairs. So just be careful.
Yeah, that's why I take my time. I've done this over the dish. The camera gave me. That last set was the steepest part. What's this one above us?
Yeah, big stalactite up there.
This one above my head?
Yeah.
Well, you cut it in half, did you? They're normally pointier. You know what though?
Yes, if you ever keep moving.
I'm taking in the view. Oh, he's turned the light out now. Let's get my camera focused. Okay. Get me footing. Just keep going down. I'll try it. Here goes the birthday girl. You know he's on the 150 steps. You can see what they call it the cathedral. That goes.
Yeah, it's a pretty big cave. The entrance doesn't look that big, but it gets pretty big.
I'll go down more.
So, but the mine you've been in, you've walked through half a dozen little caves,
Yeah, I've seen all that.
but it's been developed and linked up for you to make that little easy walk that you did. Whereas this is one much larger cave, and it's made of limestone. So it's like being at the coast, it's made of shells and corals. And that's what the rock has come from. But it's been then slowly dissolved away when it's been exposed to the atmosphere and the rain can trickle into the cracks and it dissolves the rock. And so those little droplets give you those stalactites you've been photographing up there. They're very interesting. They're big, aren't they?
Oh, the better one should be somewhere else.
You find the cave process is similar in most different cave sites, but then they're all quite unique in their own way. Look at that place. You're in what's called dino room. Dino room because this layer of rock over here was a little bit like a dinosaur. With a shadow on the wall. But the other thing about it is it's also not just looks like it's pointing the way out. So as a landmark, it was become quite important to be able to find this guy. Do you want to pop in there and have a look? Okay. Your ladies have to the west.
Yeah, second little room. Not much in here anyway. Just want to let you know. I tried to do everything in here. Next, please.
You ready for some more?
Yeah, I want the best one.
All right, let's go. 2011, you were saying?
Yeah, so it doesn't happen.
I was talking to one of them, they were saying something like that. Yeah. It doesn't happen often. And don't you think they managed that really well for so many people?
They did, but
Because it's spread out.
yeah, they did, but there was a few drums.
Yeah, you want to see one like that, so that's the good stuff.
Yeah,
When we get further up.
man.
Now these steps are not as civilised
Yep.
as those. They're not as steep.
Good, you're fat in.
I didn't know you. I'll go get my camera photos.
Come into the cave, take some photos, and then he wants some photos. Look, the stairs are
You sat
uneven.
there the whole time.
Yeah, no, I'll be right. Yep. All good.
They're not as steep as this is very good.
Oh, this one's a friggin' unnatural step. wood. I hate this camera. And you go in front there. I'll try and enjoy. We come back up here, don't we?
Yes.
Okay. So we're probably near the end of it. Now, yeah, I'm going to continue down this way. Get the camera set up. Oh, about there. Bingo. La 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 la. Whee! You can tell it's got water in it.
Come grab a seat
Oh, come on, give me a piece of it.
and keep looking at
Yeah, I can see it right in front of me.
Yeah.
The good stuff. Enjoy this beer, Dom.
Yeah. I see nothing. Ooh,
Oh, he's tricking us now.
look at that.
He's playing with magic lights.
Oh, wow.
The camera's not picking up. I had the camera too high. What have I done? Which way is this camera? Check little bugger. Oh, out there.
So this is our cathedral.
Wow.
And you can see why, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, you just rest. I just mingle around, get the photos and the footage you want.
This
And
is-
then we'll go back. Pardon?
Is this as far as we go?
I think it's probably wise, yeah, for the time that we've still got to get back by 4:30.
Yeah, because you're shut down.
And you need time to get back upstairs. So just relax and enjoy it.
So what's further down, the better ones?
Pardon?
The better ones are further down, are they?
Well, this is the main chamber. There's a little bit more, but you know, I'm conscious of your knees, and we've got to get back in 25 minutes. Back to the gate.
No, you got to give us extra time. Welcome to the best.
So you realise this is all calcite crystal. Stalagmites, it's roots that in common. And people do get married in here still. We don't do regular Sunday services, but they used to. And you know, I've got a wedding coming up in October. So I don't put the pub there, you know. Then you get a couple of things
Can you power the next lot up? Any more lights in there or not?
Yeah. So you'll notice the limestone's different here. This is your massive limestone. And then you've got this thinly bedded limestone. And they join right across the centre of the chamber. But this is folded, so the rock has been buckled up dramatically here. And in this next section you'll see it's so buckled, it's a real good example of an anticline just around the corner.
Yeah, I've been to West Australia one. I mean, selling right over there, big time. You got making sure.
Yeah, sorry, don't touch. Yeah, don't touch there.
Oh,
There's some bones
Oh,
that
but
the
those
lady's looking at. You might want to look at those.
sorry about that one. Can't do the rest. Didn't like the rest of it for me.
So the little ones, I can't believe that you can have something like that by digging. Yeah. It's like through the
Back in normal mode. Yeah.
So large megafauna and lots of small species have come out of the dig by Flinders University. Mm-hmm. And the big creature, well, he may well have, this kangaroo, he may have fallen in through a hole in the roof. But also predators have been found here. Things like that big lizard Megalania and also thylacines, the marsupial lion. So they may have caught him and dragged him in here. But all of the little guys tell us that owls, just like today, back then have caught their prey outside, swallowed it whole, and then they've roosted in the cave and then regurgitated on the floor. So this is 15,000 years old. Wow. And basically these little ones are owl vomit, whereas this guy, he's either fallen in or he's been predated upon. Wow. It's pretty cool. And there's about 80 species that come out of there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, if you're, get your last photo or two, but then you might want to make a start on the stairs so you're not rushing. Get your own rhythm going.
Do you want to take him down further? Or?
Well, we do have to get back at 4:30. It's nearly 18 past now. Yeah, you want the time to get up and back down at the time.
If you got up there quicker, I would have been down there quicker. We had these go down video and come back up.
Can you take him down while I just take my time up?
Yeah, I can go a bit further as long as you. I want to look after you too. I don't want to leave
You
you.
want to take your phone or?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'll just take my time and I'll
Yep.
get up to where the bags are.
Thank you, my friend.
do rest any time you want to.
Okay. Alright. Have fun.
This is the part I want to take in.
Careful on those stairs. I'll be with you shortly.
No problem. Here's a nice little walk down the bottom. Yeah, hit your head. See if we can right one out. So I come from other way. No. Yeah. Got your powerful lights ready. Yeah, like I said, when I went to Western Australia, it was a massive, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Through waterfalls and everything.
Well, they're all different. They've all got something special.
Never mind.
Unbiased. I'm a caveman.
I love caves. Is that the way out of it?
The way out's back up. The way we came.
Where'd that one go?
Another little bit. You can have a quick look over there and then up there.
Yeah, no problem.
Just don't drop
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
You're going to be looking down around the corner here to the well. And because of the drought, there's no water.
Yeah, but all this here looks like you would have had water along here, wouldn't it?
It does, yeah. It flooded 3 years ago.
It did.
Yeah.
Cameras. Yeah, I was watching my head out there a minute ago. Oh, so this would have had running water.
Well, not running, but pools. Yeah, big pool of water. It's usually 2 or 3 metres deep, and it's pretty much dry at the moment.
So what was all the cables and that?
Oh, lowering gear in and out to do lots of study.
Oh, yeah, water depth too.
Yeah.
You would have found a lot of specimens down there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, there's life in there too. There's little bugs in the water.
I'll make our way back up. Fine for you. Oh, I've got to refocus my camera again. Can't win. That's where we were. Enjoy the scenic view. What's the orange stuff on the roof?
So the
Orange stuff on that roof.
that's the soil. It's quite pink actually.
Actually looks like
Got light on, it's like pink.
it looks like another mineral, doesn't it? Like when you go for quartz.
If you want to have a look up there or not, we'll just pop up and come back. Just be quick. Careful, but quick.
Yeah, I've got the rail in this one. Yeah, I can see that white marker. There should be. A lot of the good stuff's gone. Wait. Enjoy the view. Now we're going to head back out. Friggin' typical. Watch your eyes. Yeah, no problem. One more photo. Here for new rail soon.
Yes.
Feels like real hot in there, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a little warmer, but very yes.
I felt it's in a different environment when I went in there. I thought, that was weird. That's where I went up India. And then we're heading out. Lights, action, camera. All right, done by the muck try. Dirt. It's just where the 150 steps kick in, does it?
Yeah. By the time you do all of that and then come back, yes.
You get your work.
300, yeah.
Oh, 300 in there. Yeah. You get a workout.
Not to be safe, huh?
And this one's big and not suppose the bats are not in there.
No, it's us. In fact, where you just were, where it was warm and moist, is where they used to go.
Let me know when you turn the light out there.
You can go now.
That one. Oh, that's the one. One more. Oh, coming out. Now. Give him a shortcut. One sequence. Probably already up there, I can't see her, so that's a good sign. Lights, action. Don't stop beating me. I'm trying to beat you. Oops, that one tricked me.
Well, your lady must have done okay because she's not on the stairs. There she is.
You what there?
He's doing good. We got him all the way through and back. You would have made his day.
No. It looks like someone went through and broke all the ceiling on top of it. I had them.
Oh, back in the day.
You see, everything's...
It's one of the earliest caves that
Most of
Europeans
it's
went
missing.
into. So there was graffiti and souveniring happened.
Well, go ahead, you can get the shot. Shot the video camera now.
You know, start down here.
You done good?
I'm going to keep cutting.
You turn that light off down there. Well, there we go. Like watching magic. You see it there, that. I'm surprised the celly light's right there in the doorway. Weird. Went to. That was your work out for the day. You're lucky that was the easy part.
You done good.
To hear 100.